One woman who helped form the Alzheimer Society was Phyllis Horton. Phyllis's husband, Del, was diagnosed with Alzheimer disease in 1980.
I became involved with Alzheimer disease when my husband was diagnosed. I didn't know what was the matter with him, and over the period of a year, I took him to the doctor 3 times, and finally we were sent to a neurologist, and the neurologist didn't diagnose Alzheimer's. But he said, your husband has atrophy of the brain. It's very serious. It will get worse. See your family doctor. So I went to my family doctor, and he tried to explain to me and said it's probably Alzheimer's disease. I think there's a society in Toronto, but I don't know the address, or he didn't know anything about it. And that's about all there was to be known back in 1980. That was in 1980 when Del was diagnosed. And nobody really knew anything about it. And like if I was trying to tell my neighbors my husband had Alzheimer's disease, they'd say, what's that? And even the nurses, my mother was in the hospital at the time, and I was trying to explain to the nurses why my husband was so restless and, traveling in and out of everybody's rooms. And even they said, when I said Alzheimer's disease, what's that? They had never heard of it. And it wasn't until 1982 that I found the address of the Alzheimer's Society in Toronto. And I wrote to them, and they wrote back asking me if I would try to start a society in Halifax. They gave me names of people who had already joined the society, and I called several of them up, and Dr. Gray came to Halifax just about at that time, and we all got together and had a meeting. And that was, I think, in about March 1982. We held our first meeting in June 1982,